Lamar better than Vic? Yes. I'm taking Lamar Jackson over Michael
Larry
Vick.
Bird never had a bad season.
Lamar Chase is going to have 15 touchdowns.
He may still be the best player in the world. Sports fans, we are live. Welcome to the Sports Behavior Podcast. I'm your host, OG the Beast. Look, here, what is this, 3 days after Super Bowl 56 Eagles versus Kansas City Chiefs. It's the first time y'all see my face in a while, right? I've been going through it. I ain't going to hold you. You know what I'm saying? I've been going through it. This was a tough one. This was a tough pill to swallow. I know I talked a lot of shit throughout the regular season, rightfully so, though. You got to understand my position. You have to understand my position as an Eagles fan, right? First of all, I want to say what's up to everybody in the chat. Yeah, I'm here. I'm not dead. I saw all the comments. Everybody, where's OG at? We haven't seen him since halftime. Did he hang himself? This post aged like milk. Is he dead? All of the above. I'm not dead. I'm here. I'm here, right? It's just been, not only have I been under the weather, but this has been a tough pill to swallow, right? But I do still want to treat y'all like the kings and queens that y'all are and give y'all due diligence, right? I owe it to y'all. So shout out to everybody in the chat right now. Did I break anything? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Was Hassan Reddick injured? Didn't see him much. I deserve it. He was healthy. Eagles got out-coached. Ben, what's going on? But y'all know what I like to do. Let's address the elephant in the room, right? Super Bowl 56, tough pill to swallow. Eagles lose by 3 points. We got a lot to get into. I want to get into the ballers of the game, and then I want to get into the stallers of the game, right? The performers versus the underperformers, because I want to give credit where credit is due. I know you guys haven't seen my face in a while, and it's simply because it was a tough pill for me to swallow. I really, really wanted Jalen to get this ring. I really, really wanted Jalen to get this ring. Like, if you hear me coughing on and off, it's because I'm under the weather, as I explained to you guys. But guys that balled out, right, in this game, I want to start with my quarterback, Jalen Hurts. So let this be known. Let me get this out the way right now. As you can hear, I'm a little under the weather. My voice is, it ain't all here. My voice is gone. If you guys were on the fence about whether Jalen Hurts was elite or not coming into this game or the playoffs in general, the season in general. Shout out to the season that the Eagles had. Only 3 games lost. Jalen lost 1 under center as our quarterback, as our starting quarterback. But if you were on the fence about whether or not Jalen Hurts is an elite talent or an elite quarterback or even a top 5 talent in this league at the quarterback position, I hope what he did, not only this season, but this postseason and in the Super Bowl, swayed you into the right direction, right? Jalen's performance was historic. Over 375 total yards, 4 touchdowns. We will not, even though he had that fumble loss, which I will get into later on, excuse me, we will not have any Jalen Hurts slander. That will not be tolerated. No, sir, not by me. What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing, man? Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, I don't care. No, I completely disagree with that. AJ Brown is a straight dog. I like Devontae Smith, too, in that role he's playing, too, but AJ's a straight dog, right? But if you guys were on the fence about whether or not Jalen Hurts is elite, I hope what he's shown you has swayed you to believe what the correct statement is, and that's Jalen Hurts is a top 5 quarterback in this league. I don't care how you slice the pie. It's still a pie, right? And to think anything other than that, the furthest I go down is 6. That would make you delusional. Shout out to the pass catchers in this game as well. Devontae Smith had a game. I like his rapport with Dallas Goedert in this game. He had a great game. A.J. Brown made some big plays for us. Quez Watkins stunk up the joint, had an opportunity to put us in the red zone, but he dropped the ball. one of the few incompletions from Jalen Hurts in this game. He was throwing dots all game. I don't care what anybody say. Jalen Hurts was throwing dots all game. I don't care what anybody say. Right? So you could say what you want. Jalen Hurts is what everybody thinks Josh Allen is. Exactly. From the leadership aspect, you know, he might not be the best arm talent in the league, but his leadership makes up with it. His athleticism, his strength at the position is bar none. He's the strongest quarterback in the league by far. It's not close. All right? I just want to give my due diligence to the pass catchers and to Jalen Hurts before we kick this thing off. Another guy I want to talk about is number 32 for Kansas City. Every time I look up, I seen Nick Bolton around the football on the defensive side of the ball. Every time I looked up, he was either after my quarterback or making a tackle to one of my pass catchers. He was disrupting plays left and right. Shout out to number 32. I haven't heard much media giving due diligence to Nick Bolton for the Kansas City Chiefs. This dude had a game. He arguably could have won Super Bowl MVP, in my opinion, over Patrick Mahomes. The fumble recovery, the scoop score, like everything he did in this game was magnificent. He played a perfect game. So shout out to him. He was the main quarterback spy on Jalen Hurts, which was why he was the first one around the ball to recover the fumble and take it to the crib for 6, which hurt us tremendously. So if there's one flaw about the game and performance that Jalen Hurts put on in Super Bowl 56, is definitely that fumble, because as you can see, that put 6 on the board. We're going to talk about that in a minute as well. But I want to give due diligence to Nick Bolton. Shout out to that man. He had one hell of a game. And if don't nobody see you and the media ain't talking about you, damn it, OG the Beast is going to talk about you. You're a dog. So I hope he continues that success on to the next season. He had one hell of a game. Patrick Mahomes, right? Another one of the better performances in this one. He really didn't have to do much, right? Mahomes had 182 yards, 3 touchdowns, but he did enough to solidify this victory for his squad. And the reason why he didn't have to do much wasn't because of his inabilities, or it wasn't because he didn't play well. It was simply because the Eagles dominated the time of possession, which I feel like was our game plan going in. Our offense was on the field twice as much as Kansas City's offense was on the field. Plus, that's a quick striking offense anyway. But we dominated the time of possession, lost this game by 3, and it was still a high-scoring game, right? No way they didn't pass that rugby QB sneak right is unstoppable. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of people talking about them potentially taking away that quarterback sneak play because it's dangerous to the defensive line and the defense. Nobody's taken into consideration. I think it was Richard Sherman talking about how the NFL should look into taking away the 1-yard rush by the quarterback where the offensive line pushes and buries everybody and there's bodies everywhere. I don't know how I feel about that. That's part of the game. That's football. But then again, Richard Sherman played, and he's a multiple-time All-Pro future Hall of Famer, so you can take his opinion way, way more valuable than you can take mine. But like I say, Patrick Mahomes didn't have to do much, but he's a 2-time two-time Super Bowl MVP, 2-time league MVP, 2-time Super Bowl champion. And a lot of people are raising a debate for whether Patrick Mahomes should be considered top 5 all-time already 7 years into his career. I don't believe that to be the case just yet, but he's definitely on that trajectory. So shout out to Patrick Mahomes, man. You deserve all the success that you've garnered as of late, and it's going to be a scary sight for everybody in the AFC for the next decade, thanks to this man, Patrick Mahomes. Another guy I want to give kudos to is Andy Reid. Nick Sirianni was clearly outcoached in this game. I don't think Gannon had the defense ready to go as I thought he should have. The second half adjustments by Andy Reid and also utilizing plays that beat us earlier in the season by other teams to beat us in this game was magnificent play calling. Magnificent play calling. Andy Reid is the greatest offensive mind in league history. Now, we know we got a lot of them. We got our Sean Paytons, the Bill Walshes of the world, but I don't give a damn about that. Andy Reid is the greatest offensive mind in league history. I don't want to hear anything else about it. Point blank. What he's accomplished at this level for so long, all this time, it's unmatched. Now, you can make a debate for head coach, overall head coach, right? Bill Belichick's of the world, Bill Walsh's of the world, like I mentioned, the Tony Dungy's of the world, whatever you want to say, right? But I'm giving my kudos to Andy Reid as the greatest offensive mind this league has ever seen. And we've seen some great ones. Did you see Eric Bieniemy used an Eagles game from week 4 to drop the 2 red? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I meant when I said the Kansas City Chiefs used plays that were used on us earlier in the season to kick us in our ass, right? To kick us in our ass. And how did we make adjustments to that? We didn't. That's the problem I have with the coaching staff. I don't feel like our boys, especially on the defensive side of the ball, was ready for this. Point blank, I don't think we were ready for this, right? Shout out to my man Dub, man. My man Dub, we was having a conversation during the Super Bowl, and he made a comparison to Andy Reid and that damn sheet that he carries around, that play calling sheet, and he made the comparison to that being of the head coach in Waterboy, how he was holding that green playbook, like whatever the hell's in that playbook Andy Reid got. Damn, man. Put that in the Hall of Fame, like how Bill Parcells' game plan in I believe the 1990 Super Bowl, his defensive game plan is in the Hall of Fame. They need to put Andy Reid's offensive game plan in the Hall of Fame. Real talk. Real talk. How do you feel about the PI call? I'm gonna get to that in a bit. Hold tight. Let me speak my piece. I ain't spoke about this in 2-3 days, man. Let me take my time. Let me speak my piece, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thankful for you guys to be here. Just hear me out, man. Hear me out. Let me speak my piece. Kadarius Toney showed up when they needed him. I don't think he showed up. I just, the punt return was nice, and he had a wide open touchdown. What did Kadarius Toney do outside of the wide open broken play and the punt return? Yeah, those are 2 pivotal possessions in the game, but Kadarius Toney didn't, he didn't really do much. Lazard, appreciate the what is that, gifted sub? I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. All right. Another unit that I want to give credit to is the Kansas City Chiefs offensive line, right? The Kansas City Chiefs offensive line in this game was remarkable. Now, I'm kind of on the fence about this because I don't know whether I want to give the credit to the offensive line or I want to just discredit our defensive line. But for the sake of saking, we're going to give credit to this Kansas City Chiefs offensive line. New and improved offensive line since we last saw them get their ass beat up by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers a few Super Bowls ago, right? They allowed 0 sacks to a team that led the league in sacks by 15 sacks. Think about what I said. The game plan was remarkable. Like the way Hassan Reddick, Brandon Graham, Josh Sweat, everybody on this defensive line was held in check, and Ndamukong Suh, nobody was able to get any type of pressure on Patrick Mahomes. And even when I thought he was about to get sacked, he found a way to either rush for a big gain or throw an incomplete pass to keep the game rolling and keep the downs rolling. I don't understand for the life of me how we didn't get any quarterback hits, any quarterback pressures, any quarterback sacks. For a team that led the league in sacks by a large margin, the one thing that I thought we could depend on coming into this game was the defensive line and how we were going to get pressure on Patrick Mahomes. That was the one thing I was going to be able to put this right finger on. If nothing else happens in this game, the one thing I know for damn sure that's about to happen is the Philadelphia Eagles will pressure Patrick Mahomes. That didn't happen. That didn't happen. The field was terrible. That's an excuse. I don't care about that. The field was terrible for everybody, not just for the defensive linemen. Get to the quarterback. Do your job. Get to the quarterback. Get to the quarterback. Hayden, they got to get to the quarterback, man. I don't care how slippery the field is. It's even playing field all the way across the board. They got to get to the quarterback. They have to get to the quarterback, right? So shout out to the Eagles offensive line. Now, I think I got everybody out the way for who I really wanted to give credit to, Eric Bieniemy as well. Eagles defensive coordinator and offensive coordinator just got new head coaching gigs, and Eric Bieniemy still doesn't have a job. I don't understand how that works for the life of me, but I'm going to just throw that out there, and I'm going to let y'all catch it and dunk it for an alley-oop if y'all want to, right? Let's get into these disappointments. I feel like there were quite a few. Quiet as it's kept, the referees actually called a solid game in this one. I'm not here to complain about the referees. The referees called a great game. You had to catch Dallas Goedert, right? The ruling on the field stands. It wasn't overturned. Nothing was overturned. Jalen Hurts threw a dot to Dallas Goedert. They questioned it, checked it. The ruling on the field stands. It was a great call. When Devonta Smith dropped the ball on the left side of the field, I said, hey, that's an incomplete pass. You can't nothing was unexpected that happened, right? Until that holding penalty. Do I have a problem with the holding penalty? You damn right I got a problem with the holding penalty. And it's not because it's my boys that held and got the call called on them. It's the fact that these referees got it right all night. They was letting the boys play. What my man on Remember the Titans say? Let the boys play. Denzel, let the boys play. They was letting the boys play all night. So to call that call in that situation on 3rd and 8 with the game on the line gives Kansas City a new set of downs. And not only that, gives them more time to drain, more downs to drain the clock. Let's say Kansas City on 3rd and 8 does not decide to go for it on 4th down. They end up kicking a field goal. That gives Jalen Hurts plenty of time to march down and either tie the game or win the game. Which one would you rather see? Would you rather see Kansas City waste 2 minutes of pure clock from the 20-yard line and in? Or would you rather see them kick that field goal or go for it on 4th down, live with the result, right, and have Jalen Hurts with 2 minutes left on his clock, march down and either throw an interception or get in field goal range or hit A.J. Brown for a touchdown? I feel like we got cheated out of the potential outcome of this game. That's my biggest issue. Did he hold? James Bradbury is on record saying, look, I grabbed his jersey, right? I did grab him. Did he hold? Yeah, he held. He grabbed his jersey a little bit. But that's been the way of this game all day long. Why are we making this call right now? 4th quarter. 2 minutes left, 3 minutes left. 3rd and 8. Game on the line. Juju was the unsung hero for the Chiefs because he drew that foul, which basically won them the game. Speaking of Juju Smith's Juju Smith garbage, he was on Twitter today running his mouth about my man James Bradbury, all-pro corner James Bradbury. He put something on Twitter with a meme or something, like he made like a excuse me guys. I'm sorry. I'm trying to push through this. I've been under the weather, man. I'm coughing every 30 seconds. My bad. But he put something on Twitter along the lines that read, I'll hold you when it matters, with a picture of James Bradbury. I'm like, you disrespectful son of a. That shit pissed me off. That shit really pissed me off when I seen that. Because Juju, you're not that guy. A.J. Brown quote tweeted that and basically told him, like, bro, chill, because you're not that guy. Right? And if we want to sit here and compare apples to oranges, Juju Smith-Schuster in the last 2 seasons can't even touch what A.J. Brown did just this year. In the last 2 seasons, Juju has barely over 1,000 yards, 3 touchdowns. Like, come on, bro. You lightweight garbage, but you running off at the mouth because you got a holding call and y'all won the chip, but you running off at the mouth? Like, bro, sit back, bro. Juju, you lightweight garbage, bro. Real talk. Diesel, what's popping, man? Ain't no way Juju has a ring before Jalen. It's crazy. Ring before AB, too. It's crazy. AJ went for 88 over 1,400 yards and 11 touchdowns this year. Juju, over the last 2 seasons, was 900 yards and 3 touchdowns, bro. Like, we are not the same. Cut it out. But, like I said, I'm not mad at the call, right? The refs did a great job all day long. I'm just mad at the situation and the decision to make that call at that juncture of the game with what was at stake and on the line, 3rd and 8. A lot could have gone down. And on top of that, the pass was clearly out of play. It wasn't even catchable. Even if he didn't hold him, y'all think Juju's sweet spot was finna go catch up to that peel? No. That play not only stops the clock, but it makes Andy Reid have to make a decision to go for it on 4th and 8 or kick this field goal to take a 3-point lead. And Jalen comes down and has the potential to march to either tie the game or take the lead. If you really was watching the game, OG, they was holding Chiefs wide receivers all game. That's what I mean when I say that. The Kansas City Chiefs was holding us all game too. The offensive and defensive lines was holding each other. The whole game, it was physical. This was a physical football game. One of the more physical games that I've seen in a while. People was getting hit. They wasn't throwing no penalties on clean hits. It was physical on the outside. Look at the touchdown by Travis Kelce early in the game when Marcus Epps got matched up on Travis Kelce. That was a physical possession. He was 10 yards down the field. Kelce had to throw Marcus Epps out the way. They didn't call anything. They were letting these guys play. So to come out here and call this knick-knack, ticky-tack foul at this moment in the game, it bothers me. That's my only problem with it, right? Other than that, the refs called a great game. The Eagles' defensive line disappeared in this game. The Eagles' defensive line disappeared in this one. 75 sacks in the regular season. We led the league in sacks by more than 15 sacks a game. More than 15 sacks total, we led the league by, right? Second most sacks of all time by a defense. The entire postseason, we were after the quarterback. The entire regular season, we were after the quarterback. But somehow we couldn't get any pressures on Patrick Mahomes. It's beyond me. Another problem I got is our defensive coordinator. I don't think Gannon had these guys ready to play like he should have. This is the biggest game. And I think we either got outcoached by Andy Reid schematically offensively with the adjustments that he made while noticing what defense we were playing, or Gannon didn't have us in the position to do what we were supposed to do when we were supposed to do it. I think we ran way too much zone when we shouldn't have, and we ran man when we shouldn't have, right? We're on the goal line. Why are we blitzing the quarterback? Why not put more guys in the coverage and play zone in the red zone and play man everywhere else, because these wide receivers are garbage? Why are we playing zone, letting Travis Kelce sit and get whatever the hell he wants? Now, we made adjustments in the second half, but still, we're blitzing in the red zone. Why? Melvin Gordon really got out of Denver to get a free real talk. Like, real talk. I just think we got tremendously outplayed in this game, guys. And it was sad to see because I really wanted my boys to get this one. Like, I know everybody wants their guys to get the ring, but I wanted Jalen to get this one. Not even for the Philadelphia Eagles' sake or Eagles fans or Eagle Nation. Damn all of that. I wanted Jalen Hurts to get this ring for his respect, because he's been disrespected his entire career, his entire life. And I felt like this Super Bowl ring would have solidified everything for Jalen Hurts as far as the respect factor. Because going into next season, there's still going to be some guys that disrespect Jalen Hurts. And I felt like with him having that ring on his finger, it would make it hard for even the biggest hater to disrespect Jalen. That's what I wanted this for. I wanted this for Jalen more than I wanted this for anything. Because the disrespect to our head coaches, the disrespect to our defenses, the disrespect to our offense and the pass catchers, and Jalen can't throw, the disrespect to everybody in this locker room. Even when we're favorites, we're still underdogged, and it's crazy. I wanted this ring for Jalen Hurts more than I wanted it for anything. Because when you got that ring, ain't a damn thing they could say about you. Now you can get the haters that say he lost, he took an L, whatever. Cam Newton made it to the Super Bowl. Jake Delhomme made it to the Super Bowl. What does that mean for Jalen? It means nothing. But you can't say that if he got his ring around his finger, and that's what I wanted it for, right? The She-Eagles came into the game thinking it was sweet. Look, Cardell in here talking crazy. OG, do you think the Eagles' poor defense supports people saying that the Eagles didn't face lots of good NFC quarterbacks? I thought about that, to be honest with you. I thought about that. I'm like, well, is this defense fraudulent? Is it because we really didn't see too much competition, quote unquote, throughout the regular season? Is that why they showed they ass like that? Or is this defense really, really as good as advertised? And, you know, that's something we could sit back and crunch the numbers about, but the season happened, it happened. You can't help who you play. Just go out there and do your job. That's all I care about. Now, when I talk about Jalen Hurts' performance and how well he played, right, we talk about the fumble. He dropped the ball. Jalen Hurts dropped the ball, and he gave the Kansas City Chiefs 6 points. Now, did he make up for that? Of course he did. But here's the problem that I have that really nobody's talking about. It's not the fact that he fumbled. It's the fact that you gave the Kansas City Chiefs 6 points without Patrick Mahomes having to contribute to those 6 points. That's what makes this hurt, right? So not only can he rest on the sideline and our offense has to come back onto the field after that, but we gave the best quarterback in the league 6 points for no reason. That's the issue. Damn the fact that Jalen fumbled. It was a bad play, whatever. He got rushed. Number 32 caused that play as well. Scooped and scored it. He was everywhere, man. Nick Bolton is his name. Shout out to you, right? The fact that we gave the Kansas City Chiefs 6 points without Patrick Mahomes having to throw or contribute to a touchdown is a problem. That's a problem. And when that happened, it kind of sucked the life out of the whole stadium when they tied that game. Because if we at least get a field goal, we're up 10, and we're up 2 scores at minimum at that time. That defensive score tied the game up 14-14, and I'm like, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. We just let Kansas City score without Patrick Mahomes having to throw a touchdown or contribute to a touchdown in any way, shape, form, or fashion. That is a problem, right? That cannot happen. So for future references, that's a recipe for disaster because the Philadelphia Eagles could have went up 21-7 if we score on that drive, which essentially might put this game out of reach. And that's all I got to say about that, man. Like, thoughts on Sanders and Gainwell's disappearance. I think the Eagles need to invest in one running back. I don't like the 50 different running backs and this guy comes in for this different situation. The Eagles need 1 3-down back, and let's just let him run the football, catch the football, whatever the case may be. Simply because it's on record stating from even the best running backs in the league, it's hard to catch a rhythm when you're only getting 7 or 8 carries a game. It's hard to get into any type of rhythm when you're not allowed to go through your ups and downs through the course of a game. You know what I mean? Like, these guys get frustrated just like any other position. So I feel like the Eagles need to invest in a 3-down running back or let one of these guys cook. Guys being in and out of the lineup, you come in and goal line situations, you come in 1st and 10, you come in when it's 3rd and 8. Like, I don't like that because I feel like Gainwell and Sanders can be 3-down backs, but the Eagles don't use them like that. That second half play calling by Andy was amazing. He's the greatest offensive mind the league has ever seen. Point blank. It's still crazy to think the Eagles only lost by 3 even after that. That's what I mean. Punt return, Chiefs scoring every possession. All of that was because of Jalen Hurts. When Jalen Hurts was supposed to score, he stepped up and did his thing. And there's no doubt in my mind that if Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs would have left a little bit of time on that clock, Jalen Hurts would have marched down that field and put points on the board again, as he's done the entire Super Bowl. Period. I'll wholeheartedly believe that. The league needs to do something about Jerick McKinnon falling at the 1-yard line to keep the clock rolling. Damn you, Jerick McKinnon. Smart-ass play, but damn you, bro. This was a tough pill to swallow, man. It really was. But it's something that I got to get over. Look, man, shout out to the Loyals, man. Shout out to everybody that's in my corner, man. Lakers are officially eliminated from playoff contention. That's bad. A squad with LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Russell Westbrook, all you cats and y'all boys is eliminated from playoff contention. Y'all are Gabricio. I just wanted to throw that out there. Y'all boys is ass. Eliminated, bro? It ain't even an all-star break, and y'all ain't got no chance to make the playoffs? That's bad. But I appreciate every single one of you guys that joined the chat. I just want to come in here, holla at y'all, let y'all know I'm not dead, let y'all know I am alive and well, and to address the elephant in the room, I appreciate every single one of y'all. I love every single one of y'all. So you can go to TikTok and run tell that I will be back on TikTok tomorrow, back on regularly scheduled programming. I just had to get that shit up off my chest, right? Can I do that? Am I do that? Like, can I do that? Can I have that? Damn. I love y'all, man. I'll holler at y'all on another note. What's up, y'all? OG the Beast here, and I appreciate you tapping into the Sports Behavior Podcast. If you made it this far, I greatly appreciate you. But if you want to stay connected with me, go ahead and drop me a follow on each and every one of these socials. And that's how you stay locked in, man. I appreciate y'all stopping in. We talk football. We talk basketball here. And once again, you are greatly appreciated for stopping by. OG out.